This is for Vermonters, and it's really important. You actually could be the most important state in the presidential election. It's because you actually have two now Vermonters in the Democrat primaries. I, Mark Stewart, moving on up from Connecticut, and your icon, Bernie Sanders. And we are poles apart in terms of philosophy. It is time that Vermont itself, and hopefully all of America, really has a reckoning with the philosophy of socialism. And I'm going to define it for this debate. Forced socialism. Socialism that is unforced. The voluntary getting together of laborers, of communal farm workers, of healthcare people who want to be part of one another's groups. No issue there. It's when government forces people to be in groups that they are unwilling to do. That is what most of the modern Democrat leaders want. And I'm a Democrat who opposes it. Ladies and gentlemen, running for president is the conduit. I'm not going to get the nomination. I get that. I might, though, with your help, inspire better people to run for Congress or state house seats so that there is a sentiment that's been absent in the modern Democrat Party, the sentiment for less government. And what's left of government gets run better because there's not as much of it. We have more scrutiny and we have more power to remove people and things that are bad in government. The big question that Vermonters should press on Senator Sanders is what I, if I get a debate with him, will say right up front. Bernie, why can't you allow welfare your way, but not force it? You can, under a liberty-minded regime, that would be mine, a Congress that doesn't force, you could be the president with that kind of Congress. Or maybe you'll be a very happy continuing senator with a president and a Congress that likes liberty. Bernie, you can have the welfare system that you envision. You could have the insurance system for healthcare that you want. You could have the retirement system for retirees that you envision. You could have higher education funded with welfare your way. All of these things. You can have it all. Just don't force it on the rest of us. And look how much faster you will reach your utopia. Almost instantaneously, because you won't have the ire of conservatives. You won't have people bucking against you. Sir, you will have it all so much faster than a President Bernie Sanders with even a fairly progressive Congress will ever get, because there will be enough congressmen against it and people who rebel that you won't get it through. The liberty-minded Congress may be aided by a president, I actually think it's less important than the Congress, that lets your welfare be your welfare without interference, is going to allow everyone to be happy, with one small exception. And Bernie, I hope you're not part of that. It's those who are incorrigibly tied to government. Those for whom big government is the only way, and that does include the big corporations that are tied to government. You don't like them, but they're the ones who profit with big government control. Little guys don't. We get squeezed out. So once again, if you could answer for us, why not Medicare for all who want it? Why not welfare for all who want to be part of it? And once you exit, you ain't going back, okay? You pay in, you get benefits. You don't pay in, at some point, you have that option, and then you don't come back. You're at the mercy of private welfare or Sisters of Mother Teresa Church, okay? A lot of us are content to live that way. Many of us, probably 40%, would like to have still the government as backup. Conservatives and libertarians don't force that. It can be by choice. And how good would it be to juxtapose two systems. It could be Vermont and New Hampshire. It could be parts of Vermont and parts of New England, but not all. Geographic boundaries are irrelevant to social welfare systems. So those who want to join get to do it. Those who at some point, early adulthood, maybe later in adulthood, want to opt out, let them opt out. You are thereby removing the gun from government. That is what conservatives are so objecting to. It's not welfare, it's forced welfare. It's not your schemes for education, it's the forcing of your schemes for education on other people. Democrats should revel in choice that I offer and what it seems like the obstinate Bernie Sanders crowd in government doesn't want. I'm hoping that Senator Sanders can be open-minded because you have a tremendous following. If you could turn around to not forced socialism, but socialism by choice, you're going to be the next president, and you're going to be a happy president, and we're going to have a much happier country for it. I'd like to be able to stand toe-to-toe. If Vermonters will allow a forum in the next couple of weeks, I will be there. I'm on the ballot in California as well, so Californians, Vermonters, it's stewartforliberty.com. I am Mark Stewart. I salute you for listening this deeply and for thinking it through so well. stewartforliberty.com. See you March 3rd.